to another episode of Spring Fever. As always, it is me, XFLG.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the XFL!
And I am, of course, joined by the man himself. It is Eric, a.k.a. Uncle Rico.
This is what happens when a guy is coming right down in your face.
Damn right. Damn right. How you doing, man?
You know what? I've been battling an illness, but I'm here for you, buddy. You know, I apologize last night. Little ill. Snow here. Had to
Power was out.
Here. Power was out. Battling. But you know what? I'm back. I'm here. I'm here for you, Jimmy. I'm here for you,
You're a
Jimmy.
fighter, Eric. You're a fighter if nothing else. Also, for the fighters out there, the fighters in good taste, go to our sponsor, Royal Retros, for 10% off if you use promo code SPRINGFEVER, all capital letters, all one word. They got the best merch in the game. Jerseys, got it. Shirts, got it. Hoodies, got it. Hats, got it. Go get it at Royal Retros. Once again, promo code SPRINGFEVER, all one word, all caps, for 10% off at checkout. Eric, this is a preferred way to be doing any show. Shout out Beautiful Bearded Bastards on YouTube. I am 7 beers in on the night and 2 hours of sleep.
Dude, I wish I was like that. I just whipped down my dinner, have a mason glass of water. My throat hurts, my hip hurts, and I'm stressing out about this Browns plus 3.5.
I hydrated at work, so I'm all set. Eric, we had a great game for a Grey Cup. This is our Grey Cup retrospective episode. Congratulations to the Toronto Argonauts, first off. Good on them for getting the win. We won our bet, by the way, for Argos plus 8.5.
Dude, we won our first half bet. I think we hit for both rushing props overs for the whatchamacallit as well. For the
You
for the
did
first
not
bet.
hit your MVP, though.
Who won? I couldn't bet it. I couldn't find a fucking book to bet it. Like, what the fuck, Dave Mason?
These coward books out there not offering any Grey Cup props was really disrespectful, in my opinion.
Who won the player of the game?
It was Arbuckle, I believe.
Let me ask you this, dude.
Confirm real quick while you're espousing.
When I am espousing. So let me ask you this. Here's my questions. Now, granted, I only watched to the first half. Now we hit I hit my first half under comfortably. What happened in the fourth quarter?
It was close, and then all of a sudden, so what happened in the second half? Zach Collaros eventually cut his throwing hand, or he hit it something, but he was bleeding about right here, right under his pinky on his throwing hand.
Okay.
So he gloves up. They try and do some stuff. They still have him throw the ball a bunch, and it's just pick city. It was just pick city. It was tough to watch. Fun stat. I don't think we mentioned this going in, Eric, but this was a fun stat. We should have mentioned this to maybe bet the Argos money line. This marks 8 Grey Cups in a row that the Argos have made and won. So 8 times now when the Argos make the Grey Cup, they win it.
That's a pretty impressive stat. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And props to them going with a backup quarterback. I guess it kind of opens up the question. I have a couple questions for you because you obviously know more about the league than I do and everything. The quarterback, Arbuckle. Where is he next year?
Okay, so it's tough. So the quarterback, if you've been following CFL Twitter recently, the offseason, specifically for quarterbacks, but just in general, but specifically for quarterbacks, the offseason in the CFL is about to go crazy. Because if you remember throughout the season, the Argonauts had 2 quarterbacks before Chad Kelly came back from his suspension. And do you stick with Arbuckle, who's a little bit more proven? He's a little bit older.
So I guess now you and I both agree there's going to be probably some quarterback shuffling in the league next year.
100%.
So if Kelly's not the starter there, he's going to be a starter someplace else probably.
No,
right?
Kelly will be the starter in Toronto. They're going to roll with Chad Kelly. Like,
So
it's
where's
his job.
Arbuckle? Where's Arbuckle going to be then?
Well, it's not even just Arbuckle. Like, if you remember throughout most of the season, they also had Cameron Dukes on the staff.
Oh shit!
I know. The issue with Arbuckle, Eric, is he's 31. He's a little bit up there.
So
he's a solid backup. I think he could I could see him potentially staying in Toronto. I don't know if I believe it. He's not a starter is the issue.
So you think it was just like kind of a Nick Foles one-time fling?
Yeah, like he played fine. He didn't play like fantastic. He played fine. The big winner was the Toronto defense for just stuffing Winnipeg. Like he played good. Like Arbuckle played good. He didn't play like out of this world good to get like a starting job. I think the starters are pretty much set. I think the starters in the CFL, I don't know what teams they're all on, but I think the starters, I mean, Chad Kelly will be out again for a good chunk of the season. That was like an 8 to 9 month injury.
What do you have again?
He broke his ankle.
Oh, fuck. I broke my ankle yesterday.
Yeah, but he like tore his tibula or something.
Jim, I break my ankle twice a week.
Oh, do you? Do you, Eric?
It's dangling on the ground right now. What a fucking little weak fuck.
But like the starting quarterbacks, Chad Kelly, when he's healthy, will be a starting quarterback. I don't think Zach Collaros retires yet.
You think he's got a little more juice left?
I mean, for the regular season, the last half of the season, he looked good, but this is now the third Grey Cup in a row where he has not looked good. So I don't know if Winnipeg tries to move on or not, but I think he believes he's a starter.
Okay.
So I think Chad Kelly's a starter. I think Zach Collaros is a starter. We saw McLeod Bethel-Thompson. We saw Bo Levi Mitchell tear it up at Hamilton. I think he's going to run it back with the Ticats.
Okay.
Vernon Adams is gone from BC. So Vernon Adams will be a starter somewhere, or I will pull
Vernon Adams is 100%
my hair
gone.
out.
He's 100% gone.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to go with Rourke.
Dude, BC's clearing house. BC fired their GM, fired their coach. They're going to go with Rourke.
100%.
They're going to go with Rourke.
Okay.
So like Nathan Rourke's in there. Vernon Adams, I would not be surprised if he goes to like Edmonton, because who knows what Trey Ford's going to be doing. He might not stick around Edmonton. Trevor Harris at Saskatchewan is a good spot. Calgary's going to need somebody back there. There's going to be a lot of quarterback shuffling, not to mention all the certain backups.
Shea Patterson time, baby.
Shea Patterson was a good backup. He was a good backup, Eric. The slander is not working.
My other question to you is this. What's next for Winnipeg?
This is a tough thing. So I want to answer your question with a question. What do you do if you've won your division, like your conference, 5 years in a row, but you've lost, say, the Super Bowl 3 years in a row?
I think you just run it back, man.
Right? Like, that's what I'm thinking. I would just...
In my eyes, you just run it back. Like, I know we had this debate, I think it was during your stream on Twitch.
It's like, are they a dynasty?
They are. 100% are.
So you're on the team like the 90s, the Bills were a dynasty?
Yes.
Okay.
When you got to understand, that is a ton of football, and it's hard to maintain. Especially in the CFL. Excuse me, when the seasons are what? 30 weeks long? We're seeing it now in the NFL with the 49ers. The 49ers stuff's breaking down because of the runs they keep on having. Everyone's just kind of getting hurt. I thought this was going to be the year. I think you did too, with the Blue Bombers, with how slow they started. But you know what? They got it going the second half. They made a run, and they were in the game until the wheels kind of fell off in the second half.
I do think the Bombers need to look at some things. I think they need to
So if you were the GM and you were to write a list, and like you're like our number one priority in the off season is
probably another backup quarterback. Strevler getting hurt really hurt them. If Collaros isn't having a good game, they're like fucked. Defense though. Defense is what I would look to for the Bombers, because once again in a Grey Cup, the defense kind of let them down. The other thing that they did the entire game, Eric, and you would have been super frustrated. You have an MOP, I say undeserved, but still an MOP, like player of the year, basically, at running back. They did not run the ball nearly enough for my liking.
Yeah, we were on him to do well. And they had kind of been pushing his narrative all year, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, he's been a staple. He's been like the biggest part of their offense the entire season. And then the Grey Cup comes along. I think I have it in my notes here. Do I have it? Oh, no, I don't. I'm going to see if I can find it. I forget how many, like, even attempts he had. So, go
Here, hold on. I got it right here, dude. Hold on, Jim. Player stats. Old Ollie, 11 for 84.
I feel like 11 attempts isn't enough.
I agree.
Especially when you're averaging 7.6 yards a carry. I don't know, man. It was.
I mean, he was averaging 7.6 yards, long of 35, 1 touchdown. Your quarterback has 4 goddamn INTs.
Those were mostly late.
I know,
in the game, but still.
Just run the goddamn ball. Run the goddamn ball.
Oh, God. Yeah, Winnipeg could not do anything in this one. It was pretty brutal. Also, it looked like the receivers for the Bombers just weren't able to get open at all.
Get any separation?
They could not get any separation. Also, field goal kicker for Toronto, 4 for 4.
Dude.
Like when this was still a game, that was the difference.
Why don't we see, because we're starting to see these UFL kickers make the transition up to the NFL. Why don't we see any of that with the David Njoku just dropped a wide open touchdown. Sorry.
Sounds about right.
Why don't we see that with any of the CFL kickers?
Maybe they're not trying. I'm not sure exactly what the hesitation is from the CFL kickers to join the NFL. There's probably only like a certain number of kickers you can really like gather too.
I just wonder. It just seems to me there's a lot of good kickers.
There are a lot. Toronto's kicker was one of the better ones too. Unrelated to the game, Eric, there was a streaker in this one too.
Did you bet it?
That would there be a streaker?
Yeah.
God, I wish I would have. Do you see any of the clips online?
Dude, am I going to have to Google CFL streaker?
You might have to Google Grey Cup streaker. She's not a bad looker.
Oh, it's a chick?
Yeah. It was a lady. They talked about it a little bit on the broadcast, but they didn't show it, obviously. Yeah, a little lady streaking.
It's all censored here.
If I can find a video, I'll send it to you, Eric. I want on the record, though, Uncle Rico, who right now, no odds, no anything. What's your Grey Cup matchup for 2025?
I'm going to go Winnipeg and Ottawa.
Ooh, we're going to go Blue Bombers versus Red Blacks for Eric. I am going to go. I mean, they make it every year. It's hard not to take Winnipeg. Things seem down right now. I'm going to go a repeat. I'm going to go Blue Bombers versus Alouettes. Okay. I think Montreal returns.
Dude, like no one's even running after her. She's just patiently just walking across.
Yeah, she walked up to the security. Like she really walked up to him. It was kind of wild.
Like
it's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
Also, Eric, question.
Yeah.
less of a question, more of a something I want from you. We'll each give one thing that you really want to see from the CFL in 2025.
Advertisements.
You took mine. Marketing was my
Okay, I'll change mine.
big push in marketing is mine. I need them to go hard on marketing. Specifically, if I'm going specifics, market CFL Plus better. It's a good product, but like they're leaving so much on the table. So like show people how to use it. Make it easy to use. Get an app so that people can do it on their phone or on their TV so that you don't have to do it on your desktop.
Summer sports on Sunday night are so bland. You have the Sunday night baseball game. Now, what was happening during June and July is there'd be a night game on CBS Sports Network.
Yes, like they're one game a night.
Marketing that, just have it be the Sunday night game.
That'd be great.
Kind of do stuff like that because I mean, football does play. People watch football. People are entertained by football. I kind of just think that's kind of the play. So,
but you never use CFL Plus. I remember you very frustratingly were having issues with it.
I had to use it on Chrome.
So that's the issue with CFL Plus. I don't understand why they don't build. They have. I would assume they have I would assume they have the money.
Yeah.
Build an app. Let people like watch CFL Plus on your TV. And the biggest thing I think they're wasting with it. So I watch CFL Plus a lot. I streamed a lot of games on CFL Plus. Do you know what they do when they go to commercial, Eric? They play a blank screen.
Yeah. Black screen with the CML logo.
Why do they not have ads on CFL Plus to like try and bring advertisers in and show like, oh, we have people watching on this?
I have no idea.
That blew and continues to blow my mind. Advertising. Your big games, like show them out. Get people like, I get it. You're trying to advertise to the Canadian audience. Well, your games are on like actual broadcast TV. Advertise that out. The CFL has struggled for marketing for like the last 4 years. That's been one of my biggest gripes.
Agree 100%, buddy.
And fix your fucking stats. Do better with stats.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, I don't understand. The UFL had their stat page.
Oh, it was magnificent.
It's great. It was great.
That actually, Eric, that makes for a good transition to the UFL because we have some UFL news. There's obviously player acquisition, players moving on and whatnot. We'll do a whole episode here in a few weeks on all the player movement and who's signing who. Shout out Boogie Roberts for getting signed to, I believe it was the Stallions. I've had a very long day. But we have one big movement and a quarterback change for what some call the biggest market in the UFL, Eric.
Yeah, AJ.
And I listened to a podcast he was on. Basically, not a retirement from AJ. Let go from the St. Louis Battlehawks. Because he wants to come back to the league. He wants to join a team, and he wants to play against St. Louis now.
Why do they split ways?
Just probably trying to go in a different direction. They've tried him 2 years now, and both years haven't made the playoffs.
Okay.
Or both years haven't won a playoff game, I should say. They made the playoffs last year, just didn't win a game. Probably just trying to go a different direction.
Okay.
If AJ does end back up in the UFL, where would he go? Where would you see him?
Oh my God.
You know who I thought would be. You know who I
trying
thought
to
would be.
remember.
You know who I
Definitely
thought would be a good pick.
Houston.
I thought DC.
Is DC going to move on from what's his face though?
Tamu? I think so. Probably. They should.
What about San Antonio?
San Antonio would be a good one. San Antonio would be a good spot for him. What about Birmingham?
Yeah, no, he's not going to go to Birmingham.
You don't think so?
No.
Why not?
I just.
They still have Corral. They still have Matt Corral's rights.
I don't think. No, I don't think so.
We're gearing up. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of notes. We're gonna gear up for like a whole UFL get ready because that season is coming up faster than you might expect. For the spring football aficionados, this is kind of the off season a little bit. Once the CFL ends, we really don't have actual UFL news until I don't know, probably February. They still haven't released a schedule for the 2025 season. They've been hinting. They've been dropping hints, but no schedule release yet.
Which is kind of weak.
It's a little weak, but remember last year how much we were complaining about stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then last bit of news, Eric, that's just regular news. Then we'll get to the X League picks for the week because it is the Rice Bowl tournament. AF1 did release a schedule, Arena Football 1. Last year they were the AFL, if you guys remember, the Brawl in the Mall Championship all-timer. Eric, I want you to pick a team for the AF1 season. This is going to be my premier Arena Football League, I believe. This is going to be our Arena Football League that we really follow. So I'm going to go through division, one division at a time. I want you to pick one team for the entire league. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Arizona Bandits. Billings Outlaws.
Who? What city?
The Billings Outlaws.
Okay.
Oregon Lightning.
Okay.
The Washington Wolfpack. Corpus Christi Tritons. The Salina Liberty.
Okay.
The Southwest Kansas Storm. The Wichita Regulators. The Albany Firebirds. The Nashville Cats. The Orlando Predators. And the Wilkes Bar.
I'll go with Bar just because it's kind of unique.
I thought we were going to go Regulators.
The Mount Up?
Yeah, mount up, dude.
All right. We can do that.
We'll back Wichita, the Wichita Regulators. Eric, what team's the closest to you? What team would be closest to you? Corpus Christi?
Jesus, probably.
Yeah, like all the Central Division would be the closest to us, but those are all like Kansas teams. That's Salina. It might be Wichita. Wichita might be like the easiest get to. The only issue I have with AF1 is all these teams are like far as fuck from me. It's tough life.
Yeah.
Now, Eric, are you ready? It's the start of the Rice Bowl tournament.
Jesus.
We're here. We're here in the tournament for the X League. I do want to say, just as a mention, we're looking a little bit too far ahead, but one of my favorite aspects of the X League is their promotion and relegation. I think more things should do this. How fun would it be if the UFL and NFL did like a relegation?
Oh my God.
Like the winner of the UFL gets to play the worst team in the NFL to see who has to be in which league.
That'd be kind of funny.
I would love that. So the X League does that. We have 3 matchups. The 3 worst teams in the X1 Super versus the 3 teams in the X1 area. So here are the matchups for the relegation, Eric.
Okay.
The Dentsu Caterpillars versus the All Mitsubishi Lions. This is at the end of the month. So this is on the 30th and December 15th for the next one. But I'm just saying look ahead. The Lixil Deers versus the Fujifilm Ebina, and the As One Black Eagles versus the Fukuoka Suns. So I have the potential this coming season, this next season in the X League, to have 2 of my favorite teams in the X1 Super. If we get the Deers and the As One Black Eagles, if they win, those are my 2 of my favorite teams in the entire X League. Right up there with Tokyo Gas. If I can get both them in the X1 Super next year, I'm going to cream my pants.
You're going to cream them?
I'm going to cream. I will cream. Now, looking this weekend, Eric, to the Rice Bowl tournament. We have Nojima versus Obik, Saturday, November 23rd at noon local time. That is, I believe, like 10 p.m. our time, 10 p.m. Central.
Oh, I'll be asleep.
You're asleep at 10 on a Friday?
Yeah. I live life fast.
Actually, no, it's not. Yeah, it's, sorry, Eric. It's 9 our time.
I'll still be up then.
It'll be 9 p.m. is when the game starts, our time.
I'll still be up.
Who do you think wins, Nojima or Obik?
Oh, Obik.
Obik all day. Especially when it's the tournament time. Now, Sunday, November 24th. I wish they wouldn't do this. They have 2 games at noon. You have so few teams. Don't schedule games at the same time, please. We have IBM versus Fujitsu. Who's winning that one? That's probably like the quote-unquote closest matchup of the weekend.
Fujitsu.
Yeah, it's Fujitsu all the way. They're winning this one hands down. They're probably dominating. And then Tokyo Gas versus Sekisu. We roll with the gas. We roll with the gas all day, every day.
Okay, sounds good to me.
At 15, so at 3 o'clock, Elecom versus Panasonic.
Pano.
Yeah, Panasonic all day. So then they also have, Eric, the winner of certain games. So we're going to have Obik versus Panasonic on December 14th. Who do you have winning that one? I want to see if you're right, if the prediction comes true.
Oh, my God. Panasonic?
I'm rolling with Obik.
Well, what team does our boy play for?
He plays for Panasonic right now.
Panasonic.
Yeah, roll with that. And then we have probably in our prediction Tokyo Gas versus Fujitsu. Probably going to be Fujitsu.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise in the X League. It's Obik Seagulls versus Fujitsu Frontiers in the championship. Oh my God.
Didn't see that coming. Oh, wow.
The only thing I hate about this league is there's really I have never seen a league have a drop off from the top 3 teams to everyone else. It's insane.
Uh-huh.
Like if the NFL had this level of parity, there would be what? So there's in the X1 Super, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 8 teams in the X1 Super.
Okay.
So 3 of them are 5. So 5 8s.
Mm-hmm.
There are what, 32 NFL teams?
Yes.
So 20. If 20 of the NFL teams were just straight garbage compared to like 12 of them, kind of feels like that this year.
I'll tell you who else is garbage, Mike McDaniel. But
No, you shut the fuck up. We're gonna take this off camera now. We're gonna take this off the fucking camera. He's great. I love him. Love that man.
He's a yeah.
Love that man, Eric. All right, folks.
He gives off Dave Portnoy energy, but
I don't think he gives off that kind of energy at all. What the fuck? This has been a great episode of Spring Fever. This has been a great Grey Cup. Eric, I think next week we'll do like a whole retrospective on the entire CFL season. And our thoughts.
Okay. Oh, next week I'm out.
2 weeks. We'll take a breather next week.
Hey, holiday, dude. Holiday.
Yeah, we'll take a breather for Thanksgiving. Let people enjoy their time with family.
You gotta enjoy the time with the fam.
Yeah, we'll enjoy the time with the fam, and then we'll come back.
A little bit.
We'll talk the entirety of 2024 CFL season, do a little bit of like looking forward, and then after that, we're gonna fully dive in to the UFL. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for listening. We love you, and we'll see you next time in 2 weeks for another great episode of Spring Fever. Bye bye.